What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out, then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Excuse me. What's going on? What's going on? All right, there we go. Cool. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, the JPY pairs went crazy. It wasn't just, it was like about an hour ago, right before the news actually. I just dropped a video for the members going over the JPY pairs and a few other things like the indexes and stuff. And literally, I stepped away from my computer, go wash my face, brush my teeth. All the JPY pairs tanked. And it was the GBP news that went off. Literally the next candlestick. The GBP popped off. Wait, no, I look at the wrong day. The GBP popped off. The JPY pairs all tanked. But it's all good. So we're about to get into this. We'll see if the momentum is going to continue. But as you can see, literally all the JPY pairs just tanked like crazy. I had all these marked up. I didn't plan on entering because it was like a weird hour for me to enter, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. But we're about to see what else we can jump into. Cause I still got a few other things marked up. I'm not in a trade right now. If I do enter anything, I'll announce it on live, or click that first link. You click that first link in the description, join that Telegram. You'll be notified as soon as I enter a trade. So go ahead and click that first link. As of now, I'm not in anything. These are just trade ideas. I'm not in anything right now. But we're about to get into it though. The London session is about to start. About to see if we can jump into some things. Already tell her. Okay. Okay, bet. Yeah, so if I enter anything, unless it's like Asian session, because Asian session is strictly just with the members. But we didn't enter anything yesterday or last night. But if it's during London or New York, y'all will get some trades or trade ideas if I enter anything. But right now I'm just chilling, just looking at the charts. Like I said, I missed these JPY sales, so I'm about to see if the momentum is going to continue and see if either wait for it to retrace or going to see if we can respect this as resistance and then try to jump in at this level. But I had these marked up, as you can see, but I didn't enter these, but I had all these sell ideas marked. That thing literally tanked. It's still pushing to the downside right now. So about to see what this next 15 looks like at the open of London. Let's see if we can jump into this. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. But yeah, these things are ripping like crazy. This would have been a nice move right there. But like I said, we're just gonna be waiting for the next entry point. But yeah, as you can see, all the JPY pairs tanked at the same time. And I missed that. I missed like over 100 on GJ. Could have got like 100 on EJ. But I'm just happy that at least, when I miss a trade, if I have the markups there, I'm not really tripping. So I'm like, okay, at least I know my analysis was right. So I just put it in my notes. And then next time, you know what I'm saying? Next time, I'll be in the mood. But yeah, I think it's a decent stop loss. Yeah, so we're going to see what this next 15 looking like. London session about to start. in about 5 seconds. And we're going to see if we can jump into some things. So I'm going to be watching the JPY pairs, the New Zealand pairs as well, and then gold. For now, the New York will be looking at the indexes and the USD Canadian pairs. I'm still watching them. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But we're tracing right now, as we can see. So I'm gonna let these things do their thing. All right, so the JPY pairs are still trying to drop. Using Miranda, would that work? What broker should I use? I don't use the Oanda broker. This is just the source on trading view I use. But I don't use the Oanda broker. The broker I use is linked in my description. Everything's in my description, my Instagram, my TikTok. Instagram, TikTok is also above the screen. My broker, the prop firms I use. But I like how these are looking. So we might be jumping into some things soon. Man, this thing's still dropping. I usually don't enter off the first London session, but I already did a retest on the 15. And we do see some bearish momentum. The past few days, but really all week has been respecting as a resistance level. And then all day so far, just been rejecting. It's pushing down still. So I do like this right here. I do like this right here. Stop loss I'm looking at. I think 90, 95 would be a decent stop loss. About a 40, 50 pip stop loss. Nothing too crazy. EA is still respecting this level right here. Yeah, but I mainly want to. I'm mainly going to be paying attention to the Canadian pairs, the USD pairs, JPY pairs. Pretty normal, standard stuff for me at least. At least for right now, because I did look through all these. But as of now, the Canadian and USD pairs are doing retracements. So keep an eye on them. But I got alerts at the key price levels I want to look at for entries. So I'm not tripping too much about that. Because this will be a nice area for a sell. So I got an alert right here. And I'm going to see how it reacts. And I got alerts for all the USD pairs. Well, let me turn my on right here. I got alerts for all the Canadian USD pairs. JPY pairs, I had alerts for those too. The news kind of made the move happen a little bit quicker than I anticipated, so I missed it. Literally had all these marked up, and if you remember, if you saw the video I dropped of me marking it up, and literally as soon as the news started, the thing started to rip. So I like how the JPY pairs are looking now too. They're looking like they're trying to draw out. So like this one, SL would be like 90, 95. That'd be a decent one. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I'm gonna put this on my other screen, but I want to look for some clean setups right now. I followed everything. We following everything. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're about to jump right into it, y'all. We're about to jump right into it. Go ahead, my other screen up. Yeah, but for right now, we're looking at the JPY pairs. Like I said, everybody just jumping in. They already started their move a little bit early, about like 30 minutes before I usually mess with it, right before London session started. So right now I'm looking to see if we can enter some more. The JPY pairs are still tanking. Like I said, I like this one right here. SL for this, I'll put like, you can put like 91 or you can put like 90, 95. But the JPY pairs are moving right now. They're moving right now. Like, this would have been a crazy move to get in. But it's all good. I'm also looking at the New Zealand pairs. Waiting to see if they're going to retrace. This one did a nice retest right here. So I'm gonna be watching how it's moving. Watching how it's moving off that level. But the main pairs I want to mess with are is gold, of course, and then possibly the USD or Canadian pairs. But as of now, they were doing retracements. So I'm letting them do their thing right now. Could see a sell right here. This is the move we caught yesterday. On the live stream, we missed the original entry here, but we waited for it to retrace. After retracing, we tested this level. We caught the sell right here. Hit a few TPs, we'll retrace back and forth. Then after this big retracement, that thing ripped, dumped, and exceeded all the TPs. So this was a nice one that we caught. We took our first 2 L's yesterday as well. We was on a win streak until yesterday. We'll go over those as well because as we look at the charts, things could pop off soon though. Like this just broke this level. So we're gonna see what this is talking about. But yeah, these JPY pairs tanked, man. They just tanked. These things went crazy. After being choppy yesterday, broke out of it, broke out the consolidation. So let's see if we can catch a repeat of this move. When we take this, we took this last month. Yeah, these JPY pairs are just tanking. I don't really want to post these because the momentum could continue, but that thing could change soon too because we're going to hit some key price levels. But they are moving right now. I ain't gonna lie, they are moving right now. But we're gonna let this do their thing. Not really tripping too much. Yeah, the JPY pairs went crazy. It would have been so nice to enter at the top of that. But we'll have to see if we can jump into some other things. See these AD pairs are up too. Alright, so these are dropping back down. We went for a GA sell yesterday. That was the first loss we took. We went 2-2 yesterday. And we're currently, what are we? Let me slide this to the left. What are we for the week? We're currently 13-2 for the week. We went 2-2 yesterday. We still were up. Most people should have went up, if not broke even yesterday. Because, again, if you risk the same percentage with each trade, we're looking for a sell here. I think we trace back. So we're going to look for a sell right here. Because it is still bearish. A little choppy here, but price is still bearish as long as it can be respected as a resistance level, which it currently is. So we might look for a sell on this again. We're going to see how this candlestick reacts to this level. I was looking for a sell there because it was bearish. We caught some nice sell moves here, here, here. This one entered a little too early, but ended up dumping back down after hitting this level. Entered this one a little bit too early. But we're about to see if it's ready to do the move now. But yeah, we're going to be watching these pairs right here. These dropping down as well. Yeah, that's retracing. Yeah, so we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. We got a new 5 minute about to start in about 2 minutes. All right, gold just hit this level here. It's already rejecting. They've already dropped 100 pips for that level. Yeah, so we're going to be seeing what the next 15 looks like. We're going to be seeing if we can jump into some trades. Be a decent one or two. See what the indexes are up to. These still retracing. Yeah, so we're going to leave those alone, let them do their thing for now. Yeah, but as of now, it looks like the bearish momentum is going to continue. Now, the members, I know I sent it a little bit. Well, y'all from all over the world, but for me, it's, late at night. Most people sleep unless, they party or something, or the time I dropped it. But make sure to watch that video, because that video, things are playing out exactly as analyzed. But the bearish momentum, it looks like it's going to continue. So, at least for most of the JPY pairs, if we look at the daily time frame, it's no really big surprise that NJ did that. CJ kind of the same thing. We got the support resistance level here. If I highlight it for y'all, and we see price has rejected that level twice. So it makes sense why it's rejecting down. We're in a nice move to catch, but we're just going to see how it reacts to this next support resistance level that we got right here around like 157.30, and either look for a buy off the strong support resistance level, or if it can break back underneath and look for a possible sell. So that's what we're going to be watching for GJ. That's what we're going to be looking at for GJ. Missed the ideal entry. I mean, it'll still be okay to enter here. But again, if y'all know, I'm kind of picky with my entries. Kind of missed the ideal entry. Started a little bit earlier. And I've been noticing the moves are kind of starting sometimes a little bit earlier. Kind of like how they were back in, I think, like second quarter. Or the second month of the first quarter. So I might be entering trades a little bit earlier. We'll see though. The New Zealand CAS had another good entry too. Is already rejecting off of it. So we're going to see if we can break back underneath here. And if it can, we might enter a sell on this. Gold's still chilling here as well. Then the JPY pairs are retracing back. So that's why I'm waiting for the next 15. It's good that it broke this level, but I want to see if it can stay underneath this level. Because it's important where the candlestick goes, but it's more important where it closes. All right? It's more important where it closes. So we're about to see what these candlesticks do. Let me go ahead and mark this one off as well. So I like how New Zealand CAS is looking. Yeah, we're going to see if we can break underneath that level. US30s retrace back to a good entry. Yeah, but unless it changes after the news, but the news is kind of late in the day, so I might jump in on these before the news, unless it's like super choppy. But we do have news. Cool. But we do have news today at what time do we have it? Why it keeps on keeping me on last week? It keeps doing that. But anyways, so we got this news already went off. So we got some news at 8:30 for the Canadian pairs. Then we got some red folder news at 10 for the USD, and then we got a FOMC member speaking at 12:30. So if price moves a little bit, might go for some scalps or something. Or by scalps, I mean, it's still kind of trading the same way, but definitely going to be my stop loss further in profit than I usually would before the news, because things can change. Like yesterday, for example, give me 1 second, getting an alert. So we got a new 15 by the start. But like yesterday, for example, US30 pairs, caught a few puts here, but glad I didn't call it because it was weak momentum to the upside. That's one of the main reasons why I didn't call it. So I went for some like scalps here to clear a couple hundred pips here and there. But as you see, price rejected that level and tanked to the downside. So now we're going to be looking for sells on most of these pairs. Still going to be looking for sells on gold, but going to let it do its thing and retrace. Once it's done retracing, I'm going to enter off these key price levels, but going to let it do its thing for now. Not really tripping. Not really tripping. So let's go back. All right, so it did break underneath that level nicely. We got a new 15. Your AD did the same thing. So we might be jumping in on these. We might go for round 2 on Euro AUD. I mean GBP AUD. Might go for round 2. JPY pairs look like they're trying to drop down as well. So we might be entering some things in a second. Might be entering some things in a second. Yeah, I like how these are looking. In 1 second. Because I'm looking at my other screen too. There's a lot of possible opportunities happening right now. Yeah, JPY pairs look like they're still trying to drop down. So we might be jumping in on these. It could reverse right before New York though. So do keep that in mind. But as of now, they look like they're still trying to drop down. They did a nice retest off these key levels. So we might jump in on these. We'll see. But I do like how they're looking. So let me go ahead and write these up. Post a disclaimer. Let's see what this first 5 minute does. AUD pairs looking like they're trying to move too. Yeah, so we're gonna be going for round 2 on the AUD pairs. So I like how those are looking too. Let's be a decent stop loss. Yeah, I like how this looks better than EA. So I really go for a sell on this. On EA. They could both drop down, but I kind of like how this looks better. So I'm gonna go ahead and write this up. It's a decent stop loss. SL. SL looking at 75.15. I like how this is looking. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. So I got this on my other screen. I like how that's looking. You said look at gold. Yeah, it's reacting off this level. I'm gonna wait to see what the next 5 minute looks like. Yeah, we already got this trade idea written up. Like I said, I'm looking for gold. I like how this is looking. But I don't really like to do touch and go trades. I like to wait to see how at least a couple candlesticks, and when I mean a couple, I mean like a couple 5 minutes or 15-minute candlestick, how it reacts after the level. But I am watching this. I do have this marked up. SL, let's say 1877 is a decent SL. Yeah, so we're gonna keep this on the big screen for y'all. But I am looking at that. But yeah, and that's why we also didn't enter yet, because as we see here, the JPY pairs are doing a retest. So we're about to see how the next this 5 minute and the next 15-minute candlestick looks. But I still like these for sales, but as we see, they're doing a retest right now. But we're not going to mess with that one. But let's go back to gold. New 5 minute just started. We're actually going to go on the 5 minute time frame. I rarely do this, but it's out of curiosity. So we saw prices low. It didn't really hit the daily, but it hit the entry level I was looking at. We see a strong support resistance level. Rejected it. Now we see a slight retest of this level here. And again, notice, like I said, there's levels on every time frame. Notice where price is currently at. You see the green dotted line. Then you see this body of price where price closed and rejected. Then you see a wick and then another wick at the same price level. And then if we look to the left, this is the same level where price is currently struggling to break. And then the previous candlestick before this one closed right above this level, which is not a coincidence. But I like how gold's looking, so we might jump in on this. Let me get rid of this. So I do like how this is looking. Let me zoom out. So we're in the TPs and stuff up right now. So I do like how this is looking. Yeah, so right now it's ranging between 1869, 1868. We got a new 5 minute about to start. It's kind of ranging right now. So once it breaks if it breaks 1868, I'm gonna enter, or whichever comes first. If it stays like this and tries to push down the next 15, I'm gonna enter, or before the next 15, if it breaks 1868, I'm gonna enter. Right now, I'm just chilling, waiting for the next candlestick. Still looking at other pairs. The AUD pairs actually are kind of moving right now. Looking at that on my other screen, the Euro JPY pairs are still doing a retest because they did just break through a new level. So that's not too much of a surprise either. I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. Doing a nice retest. Remember, this was a red candlestick. This is why, unless it's doing a crazy push, it's always best to wait till the next candlestick. Wait for that candlestick to close. You see all pairs doing a retest right here. What you call it? And you see gold rejecting. So, and paying attention to it, but never get too excited or too eager to jump in a trade. Still no way for all your rules to be met. But the AUD pairs are looking like they're trying to move. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. But as we can see, they are still trying to push to the downside. So we might go for round 2 on this. This one's trying to move as well. Yeah, this is dropping as we speak. Dropped about 7 pips this candlestick so far. 8 pips. 9 pips. Yeah, these are trying to move. 5 minute just started. So I'm gonna write this up as well. U5 minute just started. See the JPY pair is dropping down again, and we see gold pushing up. So yeah, this is the person why I like to wait. Now, granted, it could still try to push down, but you know, I personally just like to do this because I've noticed this happen a lot of times. Or once it breaks a level, it might reject at the next 15, or even the next 5 minute. Like we see this pushing up as well on this new 5 minute. And then we see, remember this was a full green candlestick, new 5 minute, it's 26. So the last 1 minute candlestick, we see on 3 different pairs how a new candlestick's changing what price was doing originally. So that's why I just be chilling. You don't want to be too eager or excited. And like I said, retracements have got to be made. Did a pretty nice move yesterday and last night during Asian session. Did this drop during Asian session, hit the bottom of the zone, so it makes sense for it to retrace back up. And now we see it hit the top of the zone, and now we see how it's reacting. So this is another reason why I trade off these levels. Right now, I can see it's still trying to push up. So I'm going to just wait to see how it reacts to this level. Would like to enter off here, but again, going to wait for the next 15. Because it's obviously still bearish momentum, but there is plenty of imbalances that can get filled up. And gold likes to fill those up. So I'm going to wait to see if it's going to respect this level, then go for a sell. But if it pushes back up, it's probably going to try to fill up this imbalance. And we could possibly look for entry here. But you see it's pushing back down. Yeah, so we might be jumping into some things. You see it hit that level, next 5 minute, change direction. That's why you always want to wait at least the next 15-minute candlestick. At least the next 15. You see this changing, playing around. So it's underneath this wall. So I do like this for a sell if it can break through this liquidity here. Because again, just looking at these levels, we look right here. Price hit this level, rejected up, hit this liquidity here, rejected up. Now we see price hit the same liquidity and now it's rejecting up. Again, not a coincidence. We saw the same thing with gold. Saw the same thing. What else we see it on? Probably EJ. Yeah, but I like these right here. I like EJ and I like AJ. Would have been nice to get in on this stuff. But it's kind of, we could probably enter at this level, but and that's one thing that's concerning me too. We're about to hit this level here, so I might not even do the full move. It could retrace before doing the full move. The price wants to continue to drop down. So that's one thing to take note of. So it could just probably possibly just hit the middle of the zone. But if it continues to drop down, this will be a huge daily candlestick because it's already done a healthy drop already. It's not going to be impossible, but it's going to be a huge daily candlestick. But we do have news today, so it could be possible that it could try to do that. Yeah, we're going to be chilling. We're just going to pay attention to gold. Go pay attention to JPY pairs too, but we're going to keep gold on the big screen. New 15 did just start. It is red right now, but I'm not going to jump on it yet. I want to see how it reacts to these wicks right here. And I want to see what at least the first 5 to 10 minutes do of this candlestick before we jump in on this. I'm going to pull up some other pairs on my other screen. See what they up to. Yeah, I like how the AUD pairs are looking. I like how the AUD pairs are looking. I like how this is looking. Let's see if we can finish this move. Because it did this yesterday and then retraced back up. So let's see if we can finish this move. I do like how this is looking. So for this, could round it up. Yeah, maybe 510, but we keep it like that. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. We do 55.10. Do 55.10. So about a 50-60 pip stop loss. Yeah, but GAs were tracing back up as well. So yeah, we're gonna wait for the next 5 or 10 minutes, see how it reacts. But I'm watching this. Let me put this on my other screen. We're gonna look and see what the JPY pairs are up to. Gonna keep that on the screen right here. So we got it rejecting this level. Which is another reason why I want to enter, because again, it did a pretty quick and hefty dump. It's going to do some retracements. It could continue to dump down later on, but that's another reason why I was just chilling on that. So you see it pushing right back up, which is no problem. They'll just give us a better entry. Let's get rid of this stuff right here. Wouldn't be surprised if it tries to retrace. Hit the middle of the zone right there. All right, so this is trying to drop though. It's trying to push through. I want to see how it reacts to these levels here though. Looking at gold, it's still at that level, but I do like how this is looking, so we might be entering this soon. It's still struggling to break through this level right here. So let me look at GBPJPY because my alert just went off. So GBPJPY just dropped back down. Let's see the other Canadian pairs. Okay. So we got some action with the Canadian pairs. Cool. Oops. Alright, so it's only looking like New Zealand CAD and GBP CAD are the only Canadian pairs that are looking attractive right now. So what would be a good stop loss? I think that looks right. Just kidding, we'll put it above this right here. Alright, cool. Alright, so we got some movement now. Your AUD's trying to move. We got the Canadian pairs trying to move. And we got gold trying to move. Probably got the USD pairs trying to do something too. We surely do. And I got an alert. So let me just reset this. To make sure it'll go up. Cool. So we got some movement going on. We got the AUD pairs moving. Got the USD pairs moving. We got the Canadian pairs moving. So we got some options and opportunities. Got some options and opportunities. So now it's which ones we want to mess with. So we could enter all of these. I think GBCAD is a pretty clean looking setup. Could have entered right here off this level. It looks like it's about to make a very nice lower low right here. Euro AUD looks like it's moving too. Looks like it's gonna make a nice lower low here. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So we might jump in on this. Now we do have Canadian news though at the start of New York. So that's one thing we do have to keep in mind. We do have the Canadian news at the start of New York, 85.03. This is still ranging between 69 and 68. Your AD trying to inch SPX. They're still retracing. And we're going to let them do just that. So those I was here at the beginning of the stream was doing exactly what I was talking about. Hit this level here. It's retracing back up. I still want to look for sells. So I'm going to see how price reacts to this level here, or if it breaks back below here. I still want to look for sells unless it breaks above this level. But as of now, I want to still look for sells. Even though it's still bullish, this could just be a higher low. This would have to be a huge pump. Now there is news today, so we could see a huge candlestick happen. But yeah. So we got this still retracing. We got this pushing up. We got this breaking levels. 85. So yeah, I like how these are looking right here. This would have been an ideal entry right there though. But this is still a good risk to reward. I could probably raise my stop loss some. Yes, I like how these are looking. Got a slight level here. It's breaking this level. Got a new 5 minute about to pop up. Still watching the AUD and JPY pairs on my other screen. Alright. Yeah, we're about to mess with gold too. So I like how gold's looking. It just broke the level I was looking for. Alright, so I'm in gold. In gold. SL for this, I'm looking at 1877. So I'm in gold right now. It's dumping nicely. Got some alerts. So yeah, we got some stuff popping off. So we might be entering some more stuff the next 15, if not this 5 minute. There we go. So I'm gonna mess with gold. I like how gold's moving. So I'm gonna enter that. So let's go back to GC. GC broke this level. So I still like Euro AED. JPY pairs are still retracing up. So we're gonna let that do that. Whoops, I put the wrong TP. Let's do the TP. Oh, just hit it. Okay, so we haven't put that. So I got alert for Euro USD. So we're gonna see what this next 5 minute and 15 look like. Euro AED looks like it's still trying to drop as well. I like how GBPJPY is looking. I like how Euro AED is looking. I like how New Zealand CAD is looking too, but we missed the entry on it. We missed the entry. We could try to do retracement. We're gonna wait for the next 5 minute and the next 15 for GBP CAD and Euro AUD. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm in gold right now. Still watching the other pairs on my other screen. Yeah, but we might be entering a few more things. Euro AED is struggling to break that level, but it could explode through that level this next 5 minute, or this current 5 minute, I should say, or the next 15-minute candlestick. But yeah, I like how GBPJPY is looking. Would like to see the new lower low be made today. Still is bearish, so I'm not against going for a sell this next candlestick. Definitely not against that. So we hit TP1 on this. We're a few pips away from hitting TP2. I'll just be blue on y'all's screens right now. Thing dropping nicely. We're almost at a TP2. I want to hit TP2 before this next 15. That's what I'd like to do. Still watching the other pairs. I'm going to show you what's going on. We got this going on with Euro JPY. Euro CAD, gonna leave that alone. We got this going on with GBP CAD. I could have sworn I had an alert for this, but I guess I didn't have an alert. It's on it. That's why I reset the other one. But we could have got a nice move on this one. But it's all good. We're gonna see if, and it's still valid because the full moves are 1 to 3. So if we enter here, it'll just be like a 1 to 2. So it's still not too crazy to enter right there. But I'm just very picky with my entries. Like if I miss an entry, I've got it ingrained in me now to like, if I miss the entry, it's all good. Like I'm gonna wait for a retracement or just wait for the next entry point. So your AED is trying to drop, so we might jump in on that this next 15 as well. AJ retested his levels, rejecting off of it. Yes, I like EJ and AJ. I like EJ and AJ as well. And then I like Euro AED. It's trying to move right now. But since we got 2 minutes to the next 15, I'm going to wait for it. We got Euro AED trying to make a move as well. So might jump in on these. GBP CAD. It's broken through this level, but you see it's rejecting. It's probably about to close right underneath it. That's what I'd like for it to do, is close right underneath it. You can literally see this 5-minute tapped, rejected. Now we got this 5-minute retesting this level. Got a minute to the next 15. So let's see what this next 15 looks like. And then go from there. SPX, set a good key price level. NAS is back at the key price level as well. Let's zoom this in. Yeah, so we got 30 seconds to the next 5 minutes. Let's see what those look like. Let's retrace back up too. Retrace right back to where I left off. So this is just like reset what happened. Because I look at the numbers, like the price values, and that thing literally, this went back to our entry as well. So we got some retests going on. Yeah, so yeah, I like GBPCAD and I like Euro AED. This is doing a retest. New Zealand cash bar doing a retest too. Yes, I like Euro ED. I like the Canadian pairs. Well, let me not say that. I like New Zealand CAD and GCAD. We hit TP1 on gold. We almost hit TP2. And then that's pretty much it. I'm not messing with the indexes right now. I like to look for sell setups. So I'm letting them just retrace right now. So that's what it looks like it's doing. I think did a huge drop. So I'm probably gonna look for a sell either right here. If it doesn't break back below here, I'm looking for a sell at this price level or this price level. The candlesticks are turning slight red right now. Your LEDs retracing. CG has O2. Alright, JPY pairs are rejecting. Alright, so we might be jumping into these. So we can break through these levels. AJ literally did a retest, broke through, retest. Now I was going to try to head to the downside. Just retested this level here. Gonna see if we break through it. Actually, I'd rather mess with so this one has clear bearish momentum on its screen. So let me write this up. Yeah, but there's a lot of things moving right now. I'm gonna write this up though. It's got an imbalance that it could try to fill up later. But that'll probably be, if anything, when the news comes, or a little bit before the news. But I like how this is looking right here. That's yeah, so I'm writing this up. Going to see if we can break this. See what this next 5 minute looks like. Let's take a look back at gold. Gold going for round two. He's doing the same thing. He's a retracing. GBCAD did a retracement. Cool. Still valid though. Still valid. Gonna be waiting for the next 5 minutes. The USD retracing up as well. Got these chilling. So I wouldn't really want these to do too much movement. What time is the news? It says 10 o'clock. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Depends what I see. What would be a good stop loss? It's be like a scalp setup. No, that's too high. Put it right here. Just be like a scalp setup. I'd like to sell right here. I think we'd have a higher success rate if we sell right here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's breaking down right now. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, this thing's trying to drop. We might enter this as well. So there's a lot of things we could possibly enter. So if I had to narrow it down, probably be, well, this is retracing up. If it can break back down, I'd rather go for GBPJPY, Zealand JPY, and I can see Euro AED as well. Just letting them do their thing. It was just joining only in one trade right now. All these other markups, these are just trade ideas. I just like to visually put the stuff down, but I'm only in one trade right now. Might be two in a second. Not this one though. Let's go back on this. Yeah, so it's still some bearish momentum, but it's doing some retracements. And we got a lot of pairs doing retracements right now. Yeah, everything's doing retracements right now. So I'll let them do their thing. Gonna let them do their thing. Gold's trying to break below this level. It's looking like that Pixar lamp. That's what it's looking like right now. So it's definitely trying. Let's go back to these indexes. Yeah, they look like they're trying to drop to the downside as well. Bouncing back and forth. Yeah, so we're just going to be patiently waiting. In no rush. Sometimes we don't really enter much during London session, but as we've seen earlier this week, last week, week before that, most of the days, it's still good to be up during London session because sometimes things will get popping. Like I said, this happened right before London session, the JPY initial dump, and I had all these marked off. I moved them, but if you were here at the beginning of the stream, you saw I had all these marked off. And of course, you remember, I had all these marked off because I went over this. And then literally, the next candlestick after the news, because this wasn't the news candlestick, this was the candlestick after the news, everything just ripped. It was just the JPY pairs, which was interesting. So I wonder what they said in the news and stuff. But we're just gonna be chilling right now. But yeah, they look like they're doing retracements. So we're gonna let them do their thing. We're gonna let them do their thing. Your AEDs retracing as well. Now make sure to follow me on both Instagram and TikTok at Playmaker_way and TikTok at Playmaker_way. Same spelling as the YouTube. I post daily on both. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post that stuff on Instagram, but I post every day on both TikTok and Instagram. So make sure to follow me on both. And of course, you want to contact me directly, hit me up on there as well. So this looks like it's about to try to hunt this. So we might try to look for a sell right here instead. Either way, still looking for sells on the USD pairs. Still looking for sells. So either gonna look for a sell here again, or if we break back down, look for a sell here. Not gonna be looking for buys anytime soon on these. So if it keeps retracing up, I'm just gonna let it do its thing until it breaks the levels that I had marked off. Excuse me, that would show me that a buy is possible, or a buy setup is good in my opinion. So until then, just gonna be chilling. Yeah, JPY pairs are retracing. They're reacting off these middle of the zones and breaking through the top of the zones. You can see they're all retracing right now. But still would like to look for a sell setup. So going to see what this next 5 and next 15-minute candlestick looks like. But only in one trade, and that's gold. We already hit TP1. About to see if we can hit TP2. We missed by a couple pips, couple points. These are ripping as well. So these are tempting for a sell setup. We'll see what the next 15 or next 5 looks like for these. But this will be like a scalp. Like this isn't even like a regular move I'd go for. But SPX is kind of a little weird this week. There's like this one level that I don't want to ignore. So it kind of like, I don't want to say threw off my level because I still have all the relevant levels, but it's like this small space here between like 4,085 and like 4,070. That's like, I just have to mark it off. Like I couldn't ignore it. And we can kind of see here how it's like a box right here. And we also see how price reacted to it yesterday and how price is reacting to it today. So it's like, I can't ignore it because it's relevant, but it's like a small box where like you can go for like a scalp setup. But I don't usually, I mean sometimes, but I usually just try to day trade. So we got a new 15 about to start. About to see what that's going to do. About to pop up in about 45 seconds. Those still watching, I know it's been boring, but I appreciate y'all. I know a couple of y'all left, but I don't blame you. Ain't nothing going on, but you know, those still watching, I do appreciate y'all. And if y'all want to, go ahead and hit that like button. Ain't too much action going down, but you know, we're making some money on gold. But you know, you see me looking at the charts. I can't control the charts, and you know, the charts ain't moving or ain't moving how I want them. Or ain't following my rules, you know, I ain't gonna jump in a trade. And that's how it be sometimes. That's how it be sometimes, especially with these major news days. But I'm still watching your AED. We might jump in on this next candlestick and we continue to try to break down. It's kind of stuck at this wall right here, but if we can break that wall, we can jump in on that. New 15 did just start though, so we might be jumping in on some things soon. Looking at some charts on my other screen, but yeah, the JPY pairs look like they're doing that retracement. Look like they're about to fill up. They didn't even make it imbalance because the 4-hour candlestick ain't even end yet on most of these JPY pairs, which is interesting. Let me see if that's the case. Yeah, so it's not even filling up an imbalance. They're just rejecting off those zones, which is interesting. Yeah, but I'm gonna enter Euro AED though. Kind of like how this is looking. So that's dropping down again. So we're only in 2 trades, y'all. We're in gold and Euro AED, and that's it. I think we'll chill. I'm gonna watch everything else. It could change, but as of now, this first hour, I don't really like what I see so far. Well, I like some stuff, but nothing to enter yet. So I'm just gonna watch the JPY pairs still because that could change. And going to be watching JPY pairs still, and then I'm going to be, of course, watching the indexes. SPX is doing a retest. Like, it just looks weird. Like, you can see off NAS. It's not even because I'm super zoomed in. Like, if I zoom in, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just this window. But I'm watching NAS. Yeah, but I'm in Euro AED. I'm in gold. Euro AED is dropping to the downside. We're about to hit the first TP. Actually, we just hit the first TP. So we're about to see if we can knock out the second TP. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's been a pretty slow week. We missed a couple entries on, I think it was like either Tuesday or Wednesday. Whatever day we only took like, I think it was a day we only took like 2 trades. Or was that last week? I honestly don't remember. The days kind of be flying by for me. But what you call it? It's been kind of a slow week. We still got some nice moves, but it's definitely been a slow, choppy week. Going to see if that's going to change next week though. But again, there were some moves that we missed. Like there was one day, it wasn't this day. Well, it was this day. Missed this entry yesterday. And then there was a few trades we missed. I think it was this one. I think it was, I had it set up this day. It was one of these pairs. I don't remember, but we missed a few entries. I know we missed the AU sell yesterday. Had this marked off yesterday. Well, not yesterday, Wednesday. Missed that on Wednesday. So besides a couple missed entries, still a good week. We're still up for the week. Only took our first 2 losses yesterday. Like I said, we're currently 13-2 for the week. This is how we did yesterday. We caught 2,485 pips. All right, we caught a US. Well, me and the members, I called this trade live on Wednesday, but we held it over for about like a little bit over a day. We held it overnight. Hit TP7, caught 75 pips. G8 sell, we took a loss there. Then we took this gold sell, caught 240 points or 2,400 pips. Then we took an AJ buy, me and the members, caught a quick 10 pips. And the AU SL got hit, and then that thing dumped in our favor. So end of the day, 13-2. Not a bad week so far. Then we hit TP1 on gold. We hit TP1 on Euro AED. We're like 2 pips away from hitting TP2 on Euro AED. Let me go ahead and pull it up for y'all. I want to see if we're going to hit it. We're a couple pips off from it. So we're currently floating at TP1. So I'm going to take it off the big screen. Sometimes the pairs get camera shy when I put them on the spot. Just dropping back down. I'm going to put it on the big screen once we get close to it. Because it be getting camera shy on us. Let me see what J30 is up to out of curiosity. So this is the top of the zone rejected. We're about to hit Well, now we're about to hit it. We're like one pip off from it. Again, I'm not entering this. I just like to mark up my stuff. I just like to have it there. I'm a visual person. I like to visualize it, see if it makes sense, see if the risk to reward is even worth paying attention to, and then we go from there. So we're about one pip away from hitting TP2 on Euro AED. It's really trying. We're just struggling to break through this wall of price right here. All right. But we can break through that and treat that as resistance. We got some space down here we can break through and hit. So it looks like they're dropping back down to the downside. So these are tempting for sales. Going to see how this looks though. SPX kind of throwing me off, but I'm gonna pay attention more to NAS. Going to see what that looks like. We got USDX looking nice. Sure, 30s on top of the zone. At least the way I have my levels marked off. But USDX at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, so that thing is stuck at TP1. It's still trying to break through hit TP2, so we're going to see if we can do it. But we got a new 5 minute about to pop up in about a couple minutes. Yeah, so switch back to New Zealand pairs. Yeah, I mean, not the New Zealand, the JPY pairs. They're still doing their thing. Speaking of New Zealand pairs, that's just chilling. All right, your AD is right there. Let's see if we want to kiss it. We're one pip away from hitting TP2. There we go. TP2 just got hit. There we go. Now we want to see if we can break through that. Make sure that like button, It's definitely a little slow start, but we get into it now. We want to see if gold can break this level. The next 5 minutes or 15. Still looking at the other pairs, but once this broke that level, rejected, which is another reason why you want to wait for the next candlestick. That's why I don't really like to do touch and goes. Now, granted, sometimes, like, what was a good example? I feel like we had a day where it literally tapped it. It wasn't today. Actually, we might not be able to tell because I did redo my levels, but it was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, like this day. This week right here, like 2 weeks ago, I was missing so many gold entries. That's what kind of made me start doing the alerts, because these things would literally touch and go, touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. And I was like, dang, like, you zoom in, literally with a wicket and then just run away. Literally tap this level, then ran away. Tap this level, then ran away. Tap this level, ran off. Tap this level, ran off. So I kept missing entries all that week for gold. And I was like, yo, enough's enough. So that's why I started setting the alerts up. And they have been helping. But yeah, we're about to hop off in a second. Ain't much going on. Still gonna be watching JPY pairs. Still gonna be watching the indexes. You see how they're reacting to these levels right here. So I will be looking for sells I'm gonna be looking for sells for these regardless. Would like to look for a sell right here, but if it decides to run off and come to this level, before the news, I'm gonna look for a sell up here. But I want to look for sells as of now on the indexes. I'm still looking for sells, obviously, in gold and in the other USD and Canadian pairs. But they're kind of chilling right now. And again, keep in mind, we do got a New York session, Canadian and USD news. So do keep that in mind. New Zealand CAD's moving a little bit different from GBP CAD, though. New Zealand CAD doing a nice touch of this level. Let's pull it up on the big screen. Yeah, so this is very similar to GBP CAD. It's bearish. Did a nice little drop here. Did a retracement. Would like to look for it hit this level. So we'd like for a new lower low to be made today. I would like to see it break through this level and not, if not, plummet down here due to the news. That's what I like to look for. So I like to look for a sell here or sell here. Ideally, a sell here before the news. But if the news plays out how I'd want it to play out, it will continue to break down and make a new lower low today. That would be nice because the daily candlestick hasn't really done much today anyways. So there would be a nice excuse to make a nice little candlestick to make a lower low there. So I can see that happening, but we do have this huge imbalance from last Friday. So it could try to fill that up as well. That's also a possibility. I see the higher chance of making a lower low, but it's still definitely possible for it to fill up these imbalances that we got. Filled up most of this, but still got to fill up this imbalance here and this imbalance there. So would not be too shocked if price does try to do that. But I'd ideally like to see a new lower low be made and the news help that happen for the Canadian pairs. That's what I'd like to see go on with those. So 8N's kind of taking a nap. So I wonder if Euro New Zealand is doing the same. No, Euro New Zealand went on the move. It's all good though. So we're only in two trades right now, just in gold and in Euro AUD. Watching the JPY pairs still. As of now, I want to look for sells on them. That could change, but I'd like to look for either a sell if it breaks back down here or a sell right here at the 4-hour levels. And then New Zealand JPY, I'd like to look for a sell here, if not a sell right here, especially on New Zealand JPY, because it's showing extreme bearish momentum the past couple of weeks. It's been making clear lows where if you look at the other JPY pairs, it could be iffy. In fact, yesterday was one of the few rare days, which is also why I had a student ask me this a couple weeks ago about correlating pairs. They were like, so it wasn't about this, it was about the indices though. They're like, so if NAS goes up or down, SPX is going to follow. I was like, not all the time, like about 90% of the time. But yesterday was one of those few days where the JPY pairs were kind of doing their own thing. So, whoops, hope I didn't mess that up. But yeah, I'm looking for sells on NJ and then the sells on AJ and possible sells. So, I mean, looking for sells for all of them, but the ones I'd ideally into would be NJ, possibly EJ or AJ, but definitely NJ is one of them. Missed good entries on these pairs right here, but we do see they are trying to drop down. So a good sell on NJ would be nice. So we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. That's about to pop up in about 30 seconds. Your AUD is still chilling at TP2, trying to push down. We're going to see what this next 15 does for that. Gold's trying to push down as well. Going to see what this next 15 does for that. Make sure to like the video, y'all. Slow start, but both trades have hit TPs. All right, we're at TP2 of your AUD, and we're kind of right back at TP1 for gold. So y'all should be blue on gold or flickering back and forth depending on your entry. But they are both pushing. We got a new 15 about to start. So we might stay on to see what this next 15 looks like. All right. So we just hit the next TP on gold, y'all. Let's go ahead and let the members know. Because unless you was in the live stream, like I said, this was just a members only play. Whoops. Delete. Well, I just accidentally pinned something, so now I gotta unpin something, but it's all good. TP to hit. Bam, 1866. So the next TP is 1866. So this thing's just ripping. This thing's just ripping, y'all. We're a couple pips / points away from TP3. We're actually about to hit it right now. Hey, I don't know if you're still in here. But if you're still in here, yeah, exactly. Market has been extremely slow. And I'm glad you pointed that. Okay, hold that thought. TP3 hit. TP3 hit. Yeah, market's been extremely slow. I'm glad you said that. Because I had some people upset with me because market's been slow. But like I said earlier in the stream, I'm like, I don't control the markets. You think I want the markets to be slow? If it was up to me, I'd want the markets to be pumping in my favor all day. If it was up to me, I'd like this move to have happened in 5 minutes, 10 minutes if possible. Shoot, 30 minutes, I would have been happy. But, we don't control the markets. And, there's things going on around the world, news, holidays, all these things affect the markets. So we just have to get what we can. We're opportunists. That's all we are. You know what I'm saying? Just like with fishing. You can't be fishing and then be mad because you ain't get a bite in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's just like fishing here. But gold's tanking like crazy. I hope I didn't put a TP. I did put a TP. I got wicked out early. Dang. Oh well. Oh well. At least I made some money. Damn. I did not mean to put my TP in. Ooh, that thing is tanking, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Yo, that thing just went crazy. Yo, y'all was in this live stream. Hit that like button. Like I said, this was just the members only play, but I did call this on the live stream. That thing just went crazy. Let's see what your AED's up to. All right, that's doing a retest. All right, let's see what NJ's up to. Okay, we might be jumping into some more things, y'all. We might be jumping into some more things. I like NJ better. We're gonna let that do his thing though. But hit that like button. Let me let the members know gold just hit the middle of the zone. Because we just made some crazy money right there. So we could see a reversal this next 5 minutes. But yeah, gold just went crazy. Gold just went crazy. And I got wicked out, so I can't screenshot my entry. Damn. Hey, all TPs just got hit, y'all. So make sure to take partials from SL and profit, whatever y'all do. Looks like the Canadian pairs are making a move too. So let's go ahead and check those out. Dang. At least I made some. I had my TP at like TP4 or 5, and I got wicked out. As soon as it got hit, I was like, oh shit. I put my TP there. But it happened. So let's see what these Canadian pairs are up to. All right, we're back in business. New Zealand cat probably took off. Yep. Saw that coming. Ooh. These things said no thanks. And those that was here at the beginning of the stream, this is exactly why I was like, I'm not even going to enter this because I kind of saw that fake out coming. And sure enough, that fake out happened. But these Canadian pairs are looking nice. Like I said, I'd rather jump into GBPJPY because this is kind of a middle of the zone entry. Granted, it could come all the way down here. But if I had to choose between the two, I'd rather mess with GBPJPY. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. The USD pairs probably just did something too. Okay. So we got a decent entry for Euro USD. Let's see what else going on. Oh, my bad. I didn't know I had that thing still there. Got sidetracked. This isn't where I want it yet. So we got a potential entry on Euro USD. Yeah, gold just went crazy though. Gold just went crazy. Make sure to hit that like button. Y'all jumped in this trade with me, y'all. Hit that like button. All right, so I called this at the beginning of the stream. What time I called this? I called this trade at 3:38. So about like 40 minutes ago. And I started the stream at like 2:50. So was on the stream for about 30 minutes before we enter this. So hopefully most of y'all got in it too. I know the members got in on this. But now we're going to be paying attention to the Canadian pairs and the not the JPY pairs. I mean, I got alerts. Like I said, we could possibly look for a sell here as well. But yeah, I saw that coming. That's why I was like, I'm not going to mess with it. It would have been nice to catch the move, but I saw that coming. So that's why I was like, we're not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it. Now look at that. People would have been upset, myself included, who would have jumped in on that. That literally just in like 5 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, literally in 5 minutes, it just like took back all that work it did right here, which is crazy. Which is crazy. So I wonder if it's going to come back down later on. Wouldn't be too surprised. I'm interested to see what the next 15 does. Speaking of which, I think NAS dropped some. We'll rather find out. I think it's trying to drop some more. I have to refresh to see. Boom. Yeah, but I like a sell setup right here. No, it's still chilling here. It's still chilling here. All right. So we're starting the Friday on a good note. Now I'm going to hit the middle of the zone. You see immediately how I rejected when I hit the middle of the zone here. All right. So those that entered on the live stream, you're not a member, you don't know what the middle of the zone means. Just know when you see these levels I have marked off here, these are sensitive levels that I've identified on every chart I have marked up. And as you can see here, look what happened last time the middle of the zone got hit. And this was yesterday. Retraced up. So look what happened as soon as gold hit the middle of the zone here. Retraced up. If we zoom in, look what happened when gold broke underneath though. Turned to resistance, dropped down. Right? So this is a key support resistance level on the 4-hour time frame. All right. The blue ones are the daily time frame. You look here, this was a few days ago. Did the same thing. Hit the middle of the zone, ran away. Hit the middle of the zone, ran away. So keep an eye on your charts. Don't be too greedy. And do not let your profits run away from you like we've seen it do all week. Now it can try it underneath. But look what happened before it broke underneath. It retraced all the way back up to 1869, which was our entry before it did that. So if you want to take that risk, go ahead. But personally, I like to re-enter trades. Like I'll secure my profits when I see retracing, and then when it comes to the back to the key price level, I'll re-enter that trade. I like to do stuff like that. Or I'll just close the trade once it hits the key price level if it like rejects past like the nearest wall. But so far it's still fine. So the next 15, those either going to shoot up or it's going to come back down here and then try to break underneath. But yeah, keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. Let's go back to these Canadian pairs, see what's going on. So let's tap the level again. We're going to see what the next candlestick does. That's retracing as well. Yeah, the Canadian pairs are trying, though. Giving us slight hints of what can happen or perspire when the news pops off. All right, so that news is going to be coming out in about 4 hours for Canadian pairs, 6 hours for the USD pairs, aka 8:30 and 10 o'clock EST. Oil, on the other hand, did the exact opposite, which it does a lot of the time with gold. We went for a buy here. Like I said, we entered this on Wednesday, held it yesterday, closed or wicked out in profit. As you can see, it hit SL, came back up here, finished the move, right? And that's kind of like what we saw with gold. Rejected, then yesterday, traced back up, finished the move, right? So I hit this level, rejected, retraced back up, rejected, then finished the move. And that's what we currently see oil did. So made money here. We could have re-entered here and made some more money, but I just wasn't looking at it. Like I told myself I wasn't going to look at it, and I didn't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, doesn't really matter. But I take stuff like this and like, okay, at least I know my analysis was correct, and I keep it pushing. That would have been a nice move, though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna act like it wouldn't have been a nice move, but you know, we ain't into it, so no point in tripping about it. No point in tripping about it. All right, so we got a couple minutes to the next 15. We see it's pushing back here because, like I said, the next 15 is either going to reject this level and push back up, or it's going to attempt to break underneath it. So keep an eye on your charts. Keep an eye on your charts. Your AD is doing a retracement. Reacted off that level here. You want to see if we can break through that level. Treat this as resistance. Because like I said, read that disclaimer when TP gets hit, so you're going to reject or break through. Kind of like how Euro USD is looking as well. So I might be paying attention to Euro USD, GBP CAD, if we can break underneath. So I'm going to reset this a while. If it lets me, shit. There we go. I was like, what just happened? Boom. And I hope it don't go off because it be doing that dumb stuff. It did go off. Once per. Okay, cool. Once per. I'm gonna do that. And it still did it. Oh well. I'll just put it on my other screen. So we see gold break. Let's go into 5 minutes so you can see what I'm talking about. So you see it hit the level, rejected, and now it's attempting to break below it. So if we're gonna treat this level, which is around like if we're gonna treat 1863 as a resistance, you have a higher chance of it possibly dropping down to the extreme, which would be around like 1856. I wish I could screenshot this and post it, but it's all good. It's on footage. It's recorded. Other people jumped in on it. We made some money today. That's what matters. NAS is trying to drop down. So NAS is tempting for a sell. NAS is very tempting for a sell. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Not going to lie to y'all. All right, U15 starting. SPX500 did that drop too. Okay. This is tempting for a sell. All right, now we're about to see if it's going to treat that as a resistance. It currently is. It already tapped it, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back to 15. Those just joining, we're only in 2 trades currently. All right. We're in this gold trade. I don't recommend entering because we entered all the way up here. So it's a little too late for that. And then we're in Euro AUD. We already hit TP2 for Euro AUD. It's about to go for round 3 and see if we can hit some more TPs. If it can break back below, it is attempting, as we can see. Yeah, and I'm watching GBPCAD and NAS currently. NAS is very tempting though for a sell. So let me zoom in on this. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on these charts. I got some stuff to edit. About to post something up on TikTok. And then go from there. And then y'all. So like I said, the video was supposed to drop yesterday, but I said it like I tried this new thing where well, I don't know if y'all know, but if y'all know, y'all do. But y'all can like schedule for things to get posted and recorded. And I scheduled it to be posted. I scheduled the wrong day. Instead of yesterday, I did like today or something. So I had to delete it, but I am posting it today. I'm just going to manually post it because I brain farted. But as we can see, it's currently rejected. So again, y'all want to keep holding this up to y'all, but just make sure to not let too much, if any, of your profits go away. That's all I got to say about that. GBCAD's pushing back down. I want to see if we can break that level. If we can, I'm going to jump in on that. Yeah, I'm going to reset this alert for NAS. So I want to see a retest on the 15. If I see a retest on the 15 and it drops again, I'll feel obliged to enter. So I'm going to let that do that. So y'all make sure to follow me. Your New Zealand would have been a nice one to enter as well. But it's all good. Let's go back to AEN though, because AEN was taking a nap. So it did break back below this level now. So AEN is a possible sell too. One thing I don't like about the AUD pairs are they're extremely choppy. And they'll be late to the party a lot of times. Like sometimes like you can get a good move on it, but it'd be so choppy. So I just might scratch this off the list and stop looking at that pair, to be honest. But yeah, it looks like the Canadian pairs are trying to drop still. Yeah. So I like how this is looking. So I'm gonna be looking at this as well. Your AD is trying to drop back down. Yeah, gold looks like it's going to try to continue to break it back down as well. NAS, very tempting. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, very tempting. This would have been a nice scalp. What got into it? You want to see what happens to this one hits the top of the zone. Let's go ahead and look at this. That's a nice strong candlestick. Yeah, so I wonder if it's going to try to break through. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we got these pairs retracing. Yeah, so I'm paying attention to NAS, SPX. The SPX is a little weird right now. I'm looking at US30 and stuff too. But we're gonna be chilling. Like I said, we got some news coming up. I already made some money, so quick money today. So we're gonna be just chilling. And we see it literally hit this level here, rejected. Not a coincidence. Yeah, we're gonna let these do their thing. But it looked like they were tracing and trying to drop back down. That's what I see. I see a retracement happening, and depending on what the news does, it could drop back down, or we could see like it pump up. But gonna leave those alone for now. NAS is very tempting though. I may or may not mess with it. Like I said, we're already up. Not trying to be too greedy. The market's acting a little weird today. Gold is trying to break back down though. Remember, I had the extreme at like 1855, but we have a few levels of traffic. One mainly at 1860 and at 1858. You guys got to keep an eye out for. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hop up. Going to be on the chart still. May or may not enter something else, or I might just wait till New York. Here's how I feel. But I'm going to edit some videos, work out, and yeah, see y'all next week, y'all. And then also, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell. Doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. We're almost at 500. Of course, we got to take baby steps, so let's aim for 450 first, but doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. So make sure to hit that sub button, y'all. And I'm going to see y'all Monday in the live stream and this weekend when those videos get posted.